What's up, guys? Today I want to share with you a very cool automation that I just learned and built that allows you to send personalized, automated cold emails. So I think cold emails can be effective in B2B outreach for generating leads, but they can either be super time consuming if you're like typing a very personal note to each person, a real time drain, or they're super generic and not very effective. So this automation tries to solve that problem or those problems, where it automates the personalization and the sending. So let's go through how to do it. I think you're going to find this is actually really simple to put together, and hopefully it can help with your cold outreach. So the first tool that we're going to use to accomplish this, some of these are free and some of these we have to pay a little bit. The first tool is going to be Apollo.io. So Apollo is this like massive database of lead information, contact information. So this is one that's free for what we're going to do with it. So if you go into Apollo, you're going to literally just go under people and you start filtering down based on different criteria, what industry you're targeting, the job title, company size, location, etc. And all of that is going to winnow down what are literally hundreds of millions of leads that Apollo has down to hopefully a very narrow, like hundreds or, like single digit thousands number of leads that are more targeted. Not all of these are going to have an email, although that is one of the filterings that you can do, is whether they have an email or not. So once you have a list that you would like to target in Apollo, you're literally going to copy and paste that URL. And I've already done this, so I'm not going to do it again. And you're going to take that into Apify. All right, so Apify, you're going to pay a little bit for this, depending on how much you use. Actually, if you use only a little bit, you can use it for free. And what you're going to look for here, if you go to the Apify store, is an actor. If you type Apollo, if I can spell scraper, I've been using this second one, MicroWorlds Apollo Scraper. You can see 80 cents for 1,000 leads. So that's awesome. So you're literally just going to paste your URL in right there, set these settings the way you want them. If you're on the free, whatever it is, $5 a month, it'll only allow you to do so many. And then hit run. I'm not going to hit that right now because I've already done it and it takes a little bit of time. So if you want to, I think they say 1,000 leads can take like 20 minutes, something like that. So run that, and then you're going to be able to export a CSV with all of that lead information. So let's go to that next. All right, and so here we have a CSV file that I was able to export off of that Apify actor with a bunch of leads in it, a bunch of information, email addresses, company names, phone numbers, even blurbs off there, probably their LinkedIn. And what I did next is went into make.com and made a little scenario that uses that lead information and creates a personalized icebreaker. So let's go log in here. All right, and here is the icebreaker generator that I made in make.com. And it literally goes into the sheet that I had. It grabs a bunch of information out of that. And then I pass that into ChatGPT and use the information. I've got a few prompts in here that ask it basically to generate a personalized one-line icebreaker that I can put at the start of an email to hopefully catch their attention, make them think that I did a little more research on them, and that this isn't some generic thing that's getting blasted to everyone. So here's some of the information I give it. I give it some examples of what I want it to do. And out comes the icebreaker. And then I put that into the Google Sheet. And now that I have the contact info and the icebreaker, now I can go to a tool called Instantly, Now, in Instantly, you're going to need some email addresses. You don't want to send these from like your personal Gmail account or your business Gmail account. You don't want to do cold outreach from your main domain, because you'll end up getting flagged and your emails won't go through very well. So what Instantly allows you to do is create separate email accounts. And you can even buy pre-warmed email accounts that have been sending. And so I guess the email service providers recognize them and are more friendly to letting those emails in. So you can actually buy pre-warmed email accounts on Instantly, and then literally set up campaigns where you send those emails. So I've got some accounts that I already purchased, pre-warmed accounts. So this is one you're going to have to pay a little bit. And then you can go in and set up a campaign. So if you go to a campaign, you're literally going to come in here and import your leads, your sequence. It could just be one email for a start. And what you're going to do is put the sort of the template part of the email, the part of the emails that's the same for everybody. And then you're going to refer to your icebreaker. So let me show you how I set that up. So this is the campaign that I set up, and you can look up like the syntax for referring to these things, but this is in the curly brackets. This is the personalized part, right? That it's pulling for each lead. So I've got some of this that's the same, and you could set up different emails and test which one's more effective and kind of refine your approach. But this is literally going to pull the icebreaker, the personalized sentence that we generated with AI, and then send the rest of this and send it. And then as you get replies, you can manage those here in Instantly and set up a call or do whatever you do next. So high level, this automation allows us to target leads, scrape that lead information, create a personalized icebreaker, and then set up and send a cold email outreach campaign that we can manage with very little effort on our end. So I hope that helps. If you need any help setting that up or you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks, guys.